Now the digital modulation techniques. Digital modulation provides more information capacity, high data security, quicker system availability with greater quality communication. Since digital modulation techniques have a greater demand for their capacity to convey larger amount of data than the analog ones. Basically, three types of digital modulation technique is there: ASK, FSK and PSK. ASK is the amplitude shift keying. ASK is a type of amplitude modulation which represents the binary data in the form of variation in the amplitude of the signal. This is the input data sequence. Here this signal is 1 and this is 0. When 1, there is signal present. When there is 0, no carrier is there. That is the actually ASK. Another name of the ASK is the on-off keying, because when the signal is 1, when the data is 1, there is a present of the carrier wave. When the data is 0, there is no carrier. That's why ASK sometimes called the on-off keying. Keying matlab changing data from 1 to 0. Any modulated signal has a high frequency carrier. The binary signal, when ASK is modulated, gives 0 value with low input, gives carrier output for high input. Mathematically, the expression of this is 1 plus VMT A by 2 cos omega CT. All the abbreviation is written here. Now we directly go to the ASK transmitter. ASK means the only multiplier is there. When the modulating signal is present, carrier wave is multiplied by, when there is 1, carrier pass. When there is 0, 0 multiplied by the signal. When modulation signal is 0, then it is multiplied by carrier, so no signal. When modulation data is 1, carrier present. When modulation signal is 0, carrier absent. That is the funda of ASK signal. Now, coherent ASK detector. Coherent means the carrier must be generated in phase with the transmitted in the receiver. Now I'm going to the FSK. FSK means the frequency shift keying. Here 1 stands for high frequency, 0 stands for low frequency. Here the data is transmitted in terms of frequency. 1 stands for high frequency, 0 for the low frequency. 1 is called the mark and 0 is called the space. This is the main funda of FSK. In ASK, when there is 1, the present of carrier wave. When there is 0, no carrier wave. But in FSK, when there is 1, there is high frequency carrier. When there is 0, there is low frequency signal. So there is a clear shift of frequency between the data transmitted. On high data, one frequency, that is called the phase frequency or mark frequency. When 0, that is the phase frequency. Phase frequency is lower than the mark frequency. How FSK is generated? FSK is generated by the principle of VCO, voltage control oscillator. That means when data is 1, that means high voltage, so frequency is shifted to higher frequency. When 0, voltage is 0, the frequency is in the center frequency. So two frequencies is generated by this FSK transmitter. FSK receiver, power supply, 2 band pass filter, 2 envelope detector, and a comparator. This is the simple block diagram of non-coherent FSK demodulator. It is non-coherent because their carrier wave are not required to be generated in the receiver. That's why it is non-coherent type of FSK receiver. This is the coherent type. Here carrier has to be generated in phase with the transmitted. Power amplifier and 2 low pass filter and 2 comparator and the data out. These are the 2 technique of FSK, and that's all for my first lecture. Now wait for my second lecture on the PSK.